Good morning. Here's something a little bit different. This episode of One Track Mind is coming to you from a Push It to the Limit autocross course. Today, we're going to put the Subaru BRZ up against the new ND Miata, because both of these are benchmarks at a place like this. Now, neither of these cars are on stock rubber. We've got two aftermarket tires that are pretty much in the 340 tread wear range, so they're not like 200 tread wear competition level tires, but both of them are equally tired for a course like this. Now, this particular ND Miata comes in at just about $40,000, which I know is quite a lot more than a base Subaru BRZ. However, you can get an ND Miata for just a little bit over $30,000, which puts these pretty much as competitors to each other.
Now that would be the base GX model with no limited slip differential. This MX-5 is the middle trim, or GS, which has the LSD, and in Canada costs over $8,000 more than a base BRZ. That's quite a price gap, but these are still very closely matched in performance and philosophy. This BRZ is putting 200 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels from its boxer 4-cylinder, and the MX-5 has an inline 4-cylinder making 155 horsepower and 148 pound-feet of torque. Both of these are going through a 6-speed manual transmission. So the MX-5 is down on power, but the way that torque is delivered in the MX-5 is much more usable, as you'll find out later. The question is, which one is faster? And which one is more fun?
All right, when someone offers you the chance to drive a BRZ on an autocross course, the answer is always yes. Pulling up now, this is my first run of the day. So that means I'm probably gonna get lost, but that's kind of how it works. All right, let's do this. Talking during autocross, by the way, not the easiest thing in the world. So I might have to talk to you after. We'll see what I can do when we're driving here. All right, give it some revs. Off we go. Right up to 7 in the second. Heel toe into first, tight corner, tight corner. Nice and tight. Oh, lock it up. Oh! Get on the power. Come on, turn, slide. Oh, you can feel the low center of gravity always in these things. Carries and slip. Oh, that's tighter than I thought. Hello. Through a pylon just that quick. Oh, these are fun. I always forget how much fun these cars are. Oh my God. Did I pick up a cone? I picked up a cone. So with this particular tire setup, as it turns out, we have pretty much no front end grip whatsoever. So maybe we need to adjust the pressures a little bit because it wasn't turning into the corner at all. Doesn't mean that it wasn't fun.
I adjusted the pressures and took the BRZ back out for another spin.
Here we go. All right, no monkey business this time. Let's try and be serious, shall we, Thomas? Oh, sliding already. Decent heel toe into first gear. Balance the car. All right, be very gentle with the front tires. Don't scrub the speed. There it is, sliding already. Oh, I'm being so gentle. This is so unlike me. Fast, 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 fast. All right, I just like turn in and lift off a little bit and the rear comes around and you get on the throttle. Now, these cars are really well balanced, even with bad front tires like this one has. Tons of fun. Not bad. I liked it. Okay, any of these are good. This chassis is just good. Low center of gravity. It rotates with the throttle very easily. Naturally, these cars have a tendency to understeer a little bit at the limit. So if you really want to get a really well set up version of one of these, you need tires and an alignment. Then it actually will rotate very well. A properly set up BRZ or 8.6 are phenomenally fast. Like, they're frighteningly fast. Like, I can't even believe how much work I put into my BMW, and I get smoked by mostly stock 8.6s.
I like the interior of the BRZ better. It has a superior driving position and enough space for a helmet. And even though the front tires on this one weren't really cooperating, it remains a very impressively well-balanced car. Now on to the MX-5. I do really like the interior of the ND. The materials are great, but being just under 6 feet, I don't fit with a helmet if the roof is up. I also don't like that the steering wheel does not telescope. That aside, I began to wonder if it was going to outperform the more powerful BRZ because of its torque delivery and gearing. Time to find out.
Car on. Let's go for another rip. I said go for a rip like such a Canadian. Oh my God. Traction control off before I forget. Just one button traction, none of this like fancy VSC Sport that you get in the BRZ. You just turn the traction control off with a button. Why is that so hard? A bit of an exuberant start. Oops. Turn. Woo! Steel toe. Oh, that was my best steel toe into first yet. Look at that. Oh, there's so much more torque than the BRZ. Be civil, be civil. Yes. Oh, that's tight. Oh, that's tight. Find the grip out of the front tires and go back the other way. Find the grip out of the front tires. And you just get on the throttle and the rear just comes around. Oh, that's fun. All right, pay attention, pay attention. This is tighter than you think every single time. Yeah, there we go. Third run in, I finally figured that one out. Don't drift, don't drift, don't drift. I'm drifting. And be normal, be normal. Don't make the marshals hate you for picking up cones. Not bad, that was fun. See, when you're not such a fool, it's actually pretty good. I'm gonna go ask Val how I did. How'd I do? 65.1, I'm okay with that. That's a decent time. This car feels more playful. It feels like it wants to naturally oversteer, which means that like when you approach the limit, the first thing that happens is a tendency for either all four wheels to slide or the rear wheels to slide, right? It doesn't want to kind of understeer like the BRZ does, which means that when you turn in, the first thing that happens is the front wheels start to skip and chatter away. In the BRZ, it's fine though, because you can just use the throttle to fix that or lift aggressively and the car will rotate just because of the balance of the chassis. But this one feels a little bit more neutral, a little bit more like it wants to slide around, which makes it easier to drive fast and more fun.
Again, I need to stress that while a stock BRZ does understeer a bit at the limit, a good set of tires can fix most of that. Either way, it was time for Colin to lay down a time in each of these cars.
All right, we're gonna go talk to Colin. Okay, so this car understeers very badly, I found, with the current tire setup.
Okay.
So steer with the throttle, like me.
So you want me to go sideways and lose control is what you're saying?
That's pretty much what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the way that's the fast way, right, Colin? See, my best time was like 4 hours on this course so far, so hopefully you can beat that. Oh my, it is hot out here. How you doing in here, by the way?
I'm like got a nice little puddle going.
See, as you can see, Colin decided he wasn't gonna wear his racing suit today because, forget that, it's like 37 degrees out.
Car says it is 39.
39 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Well, you got the grip from the tires. At least it's not turbocharged, right?
Yeah.
All right, have fun.
Now, while Colin is very, very fast on the track, he is at home on the autocross course. In fact, he won this entire series last year. So I'm just going to let you watch him drive as he learns his way around the BRZ.
car's pretty interesting.
Why? What do you mean?
It's a lot more lively and playful.
It is,
than
right?
the BRZ.
There's like a lot more body roll, right?
There is, yeah.
But like kind of in a good way.
Yeah,
It makes it seem like happy and like goofy almost, right?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot peppier than the BRZ. I was kind of surprised.
You know what? It is.
Wow.
It's the torque. There's no torque dip.
Yeah.
Right? There's no torque dip. Right?
Yeah.
The torque dip kills the BRZ. It really does. Especially here because you end up somewhere down low in second.
Yes, yes.
Right? And this one just has torque available,
Yeah.
like right now when you need it.
It does, yeah. Plus, this one has a lot more lively back end. I was surprised. I thought the BRZ would.
I think, yeah, I don't know. The BRZ does if you get really heavy on the throttle.
Yeah.
But this one just rotates naturally
very
a
much
lot
does.
better.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I said I like this car better to drive.
Yeah.
But the BRZ still has that low center of gravity feel that you literally can't get anywhere
else. It doesn't have that body rolly, like that roly-poly feel the Miata does.
Yeah.
But the Miata somehow though is still, like right away, I like the Miata better. Even after one run.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I agree actually. Right. I'm curious to see which is faster though. Right. So I'm gonna go get your time in a minute.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. My first run, of course, feeling the car out.
Yeah.
It felt quicker than the BRZ, but again, it was a messy run trying to figure the car out.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I don't know, to be honest.
All right. Well, do another one. Set a good time. Rajan!
Colin went out and turned run after run until he felt like he could get the most out of each of these cars. I watched him get more and more confident with the MX-5. He started to inch closer to the top of the pack in A stock. Now, let me tell you something about Colin. If you leave him to his own devices, he will just keep driving a car until he runs out of gas or he runs out of tires. So eventually, I stopped watching and was distracted by my friends Jacob and Yuri from the Straight Pipes.
Subscription break. Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh,
Reviews
he's
with
so
TH.
Yeah.
So nice.
Subscribe to the Straight Pipes too, though.
Yeah, but do that too. Do that well.
Do
Look,
that.
there's the shirt. There's the shirt. See?
Yeah,
That's
but
been there.
there's the shirt
Boom.
too.
Wait,
There's
can
the
you,
shirt.
here, take my gimbal and
Right
show.
there. There's
This
the
is
shirt.
Except I wasn't very smart, and there's no words on my shirt. I just put a symbol that no one knows.
Colin finally did what he thought was the best that he could do with each of the cars on those tires. I made sure I kept close track of each of his runs. Eventually, we had some times. So, the Miata with its more accessible torque, seemingly better balance, and apparently better tires was able to set a faster time. Colin managed to be right near the top of the pack in A stock with the MX-5, which really is where it belongs. At the end of the day, we both preferred the playful attitude of the MX-5, but really any car at Autocross is fun. I've said it before, but if you haven't done it yet, come out to the Push It to the Limit Autocross series next season. You won't regret it. Anyway, I have a feeling this battle isn't over. The BRZ might want a rematch. Perhaps we should take them out to the track? Maybe next time. Don't forget to subscribe for more episodes of One Track Mind on Reviews with TH.